Now, who got Adam22 doing all this trolling? Ever since his wife got that BBC pipe, Adam's been trolling like it's going out of style. Or he got stocks in trolling and it's about to go up. He knows something because this man has been on a troll tangent. However you say that word. And he decided that he wanted to bring up some old beef, or maybe not even beef, but some old issues with AD. Now, he was talking on, his platform, No Jumper, I believe it was. He had Bootleg Kev there, and I believe it was, or maybe it was Bootleg Kev's platform, because they had both, because Adam and Bootleg Kev have been on each other's platform. So I think this past week, so I don't know. But whatever it is, Adam22 and Bootleg Kev were talking, and Bootleg Kev just brought up that, AD must be making more money now than he was making at No Jumper, since AD doing his own thing with the community and the Fig community stuff. To which Adam22 said, no, that's not true. Just straight up was like, no, that's not true. He's not making more money. So, of course, this made AD come out and pull up the receipts and show, his pay stubs or whatever, his bank records showing how much he was getting paid from No Jumper. I think it was like a little bit over $2,000, and he was making a little bit more off, I guess, ad revenue and stuff like that. And also, I don't know, because Adam22 came out talking about they need money for war, and they talking about war and stuff, and who they can and can't touch, or stuff like that. So AD comes out and very mildly just be like, bro, I'm not playing these games with you. I'm done with you. I'm not putting my hands on you, but if somebody else want to put their hands on you, that's fine, or whatever. I don't care. And AD's co-host was all like, yeah, man, you need to define what you mean by war. You talking about content war? Just let us know, because people can really get you. You talking tough, but you can get touched. Adam then goes ahead and gaslights the hell out of that. And it started coming out talking about they were threatening to beat him up and put hands on him and plotting out his murder and all this nonsense that never happened. So, you know what I'm saying? And Adam was even going harder talking about AD made a mistake. The fans know AD made a mistake. He ain't making as much money as he could have been with me. I used to hold him down even though he wasn't profitable. Just this whole, and I'm like, where did this come from, Adam? But I know where it came from. Adam22 has decided that if No Jumper is not going to be the big platform that it once was, center of news and all that stuff, with all these great personalities, if he can't hold these same people, then what he's going to do is just be a troll and cause drama and clickbaity stuff. And I guess that's what this is with AD, because there was no reason to go off on AD. I think even before that, Snoopy Badass was on there and had said a little couple remarks about AD. But even then, AD didn't really say nothing about Adam when he was talking. He was more responding to Snoopy. But Adam challenging AD to do if you doing so good, get 1 million views. To which AD talked about, or AD said, well, why don't you try to get 1 million views without exploiting the gang culture? And then somebody said, are you using your wife? And it's like, yeah. Now, Adam had a good point with that when Adam said, AD, you never had none of his opinions when you was on this show, and I was talking about all the street stuff. And I think that's a fair point from Adam. AD really wasn't ever checking Adam for talking about street stuff, and he was fine with even being there talking about himself. So I don't think that it's a good look for AD now all of a sudden to be like, all right, trying to hold Adam accountable for his role in bringing up street gossip and to a certain extent, poking the bear a little bit with that and kind of making people feel a certain way and wanting to troll the street beefs between rappers or other gang members, individuals, stuff like that. I don't think the AD really has a place when he was capitalizing off that. It never seemed to have a problem before when he was working with Adam, so maybe he shouldn't say nothing about that. But besides that one part that I think Adam has a point on, the whole thing was crazy to hear Adam talking this tough, and you really have to you sit back like, what did AD say about him? AD has still to this point and not gone super in on Adam. The most AD said was, I'm making more money now doing my community stuff with Fig Community and all this stuff. I'm making more money over here than I was ever making at No Jumper. That's what AD said. That's the most he's saying. And it's just shocking to me to hear and watch Adam talk about people was plotting his death and plotting to murder him when they weren't. And that's scary, I ain't trying to make it racial, but it is racial because that's been a lot of cases for black men in this country. Is we get accused of these plot being violent or want to do violent things, and our mildness, or when we raise our voice a little bit, is brought up to a 10th level because of our skin color. We're made to look more dangerous than even what we're coming off as, and that's what I saw right here with Adam. So I think that's really messed up, and Adam need to chill out with that. Nobody was straightening Adam's life at all. Them dudes, AD group, wasn't even tripping like that for Adam. They just thought it was weird, and they was more so like, why are you talking stuff like this? You can't do nothing. That's more their stance, is like, man, ain't nobody tripping off of you. And that was the response from 80 people even afterwards. It's like, bro, nobody was threatening you. We ain't tripping off of you. We just want to know what you mean by war. You talking about a content war? To which Adam did, I think, respond in the comments saying he meant the content war. So now y'all know what it was. I just think this is just another attempt from Adam to keep the spotlight on No Jumper. He used his wife messing with another man for the first time in their adult film business, and now that's kind of dying out. He's now, I guess, trying to pull back up this stuff with AD and hoping AD, takes the bait and wants to start something, and even saying AD ain't gonna bring in the same energy to Snoopy or Wack. It's like, why are you even bringing these other two men into it? And he talking about you, and not even talking about you. No, nobody's talking about you in no super gangster way. So you just capping with that. I don't know what y'all think though, man. Y'all think that maybe there's something that was behind the scenes going on that made Adam say this, or do y'all think that Adam22 is just trying to use anything to keep No Jumper hot right now? And do you think that AD and his group, do you think that maybe I missed something and they were threatening Adam, or do you think that AD is just as much trying to capitalize off this as Adam is? I don't know. Well, I have my opinion, but what's your opinion? Let me know.
It's the WACCast podcast. Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.
Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.
It's the WACCast podcast. Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.
Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.